Good evening. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, this video will be my review of AEW All In 2023. Just finished watching it. I actually watched the archive a little late since it came on a little earlier in the day. So I decided to watch it later in the evening. Yeah, got quite a bit to talk about. Yeah. So, let's go ahead and get started. We had 11 matches total. This was, of course, in London, England, at Wembley Stadium. AEW at Wembley Stadium for the first time. Ended up with a record-breaking 81,035 paid fans in attendance for this event. Huge. Very, very huge. And not only that, they have already scheduled next year's AEW All In, August 25th, 2024, same spot, Wembley Stadium in London, England. So looks like they might end up turning that into a yearly thing. So we'll see. But anyway, we had 11 total matches. 2 of them were pre-show matches, part of the 0 hour pre-show. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started with first match. So, they opened up the pre-show with the ROH, let me close that, with the ROH World Tag Team Championships on the line. As the champions, Aussie Open, of course, Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis, defending the titles against the team of MJF and Adam Cole. Now, of course, Aussie Open tried to get the preemptive strike on Adam Cole and MJF. And overall, it was like Aussie Open was pretty much booked like the heels of the match. And, you know, they had many different times during the match that they were in control. But honestly, I really was pretty shocked at the outcome. I was very shocked. Already, first match of the whole entire event, we got a title change. With a really cheesy ending. Adam Cole pins Kyle Fletcher for the 1-2-3 after him and MJF hit Kyle Fletcher with a simple double clothesline. And even MJF hit a kangaroo kick during the match, which all it really was just a double drop kick. But just like that, you end the 37-day reign of Aussie Open just to put these titles on not even a legit tag team in MJF and Adam Cole, which you already have enough of a big storyline centered around them, and you take the titles off of Aussie Open and put them on Adam Cole and MJF. Why? Why? Makes no freaking sense. So you end Aussie Open's reign at only 37 days. Okay, match. Crappy ending. Very cheesy ending. Like, whatever. That ending just really left a foul taste in my mouth, because I felt like it made no sense putting the titles on Adam Cole and MJF, sacrificing Aussie Open's reign, which only ended up being 37 days. It's ridiculous. Really, really ridiculous. But anyway, moving on. And then the last pre-show match, we had the FTW Championship on the line, as the champion, Jack Perry, defends against Hook, former champion Hook. This was pretty much the run back between these two. And this was contested under FTW rules. For the most part, it was pretty entertaining. I really liked how they started outside of the ring. We even saw the car that Jack Perry came into the arena with used as a weapon. So thought that was pretty cool. Really cool Rolling Thunder spot on the car from Jack Perry. I thought that was really cool. That was probably my favorite spot of the match. But overall, pretty action-packed match. I really like how these two went at it. But once again, kind of shocked at the outcome. Very shocked at the outcome, as Hook was able to submit Jack Perry with the Red Rum to win back the FTW Championship. So just like that, Jack Perry, very short reign, and just like that, Hook is now a two-time FTW champion. So, I guess the whole point was for Jack Perry to finally have his one singles championship, and then just bam, they put the title right back on Hook. Another hot potato situation. So that's two title changes. And we're not even in the main card, and that's two title changes already. Wow. Makes me wonder, what was the point of even ending the win streak of Hook and taking the title off of him in the first place? But it sounds like, hey, they gave Jack Perry his singles championship. And then just, well, you got your singles championship. Well, now that that's over with, right back on Hook. It's freaking crazy. It's crazy. Whatever. Okay, before we go into the main card, here's a quick word on the sponsor of this video, Game Beauty. As you continue to watch and enjoy Blitzball Champ gaming content here on the U to the Tube, be sure you take a moment to check out the link to the description for Game Beauty. Game Beauty offers a variety of video game themed makeup and cosmetic products. They offer items such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, and even non-makeup items such as these graphic t-shirts. They also have collaboration items like this Persona 5 Royal Limited Edition makeup collection, as you can see here, which you can get it as a full collection, or you can get different bundles of this collection as well as different pieces separately. Also, Game Beauty offers free domestic and international shipping to most countries for orders over $60. And be sure to use the promo code Blitzball_champ, all in caps, and you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to take advantage of that nice little discount. And now, back to our regularly scheduled video. Enjoy. Alrighty, let's continue on with the main card. Now, I only have the one big graphic for this, so just bear with me. Alright? Anyway, let's go. Alrighty, so focus your attention to right there in the middle as the first match to kick off the main card was for the quote-unquote real world championship, as the champion CM Punk defended against the Samoan submission machine Samoa Joe. For the most part, looks like the fans were mostly on the side of Samoa Joe, and I guess not so much CM Punk. Not to mention, CM Punk was kind of a douche in this match. But it was a pretty action-packed match. Back and forth for a bit, but I felt like, for the most part, Samoa Joe was in control. Even got CM Punk bloodied up, throwing him through the bottom of the announce table. So he got bloodied up pretty early on. But Samoa Joe being Samoa Joe, and CM Punk, like I said, he was being kind of a douche throughout this match. But, I mean, these two know each other very well. There's a lot of history between these two. So I felt like the match went how it was supposed to go for the most part. So I can't really say I have any complaints for the most part. So it is what it is. It was an alright match. CM Punk actually picked up the victory, covering Samoa Joe after hitting him with the Pepsi Plunge. Move I haven't seen him do in a long while. But yeah, nailed him with the Pepsi Plunge, covered him for the 1-2-3. CM Punk, still your real world champion. But I can't say that I was too surprised that they started off the main card with that match when I think about it. But it was an alright match. Can't say I have a whole lot of bad to say about it, to be honest with you. So it's all good. Okay, let's go on to our next match. All right, right there in the middle, we had a trios match. We had the Golden Elite of Hangman Adam Page, Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, taking on the trio of Konosuke Takeshita and Bullet Club Gold's Switchblade Jay White and Rock Hard Juice Robinson. Now, of course, they were also accompanied by the Gun Club, or, you know, the Guns, Austin and Colton. I enjoyed this match. I definitely enjoyed this match from start to finish. Hard hitting between all six guys. Very enjoyable trios match. A lot of great spots. With the way that it was going, it really could have gone either way. I felt like the Golden Elite were kind of sort of the favorites, but it was definitely a back and forth match. Wasn't a fan of the ending. I thought the ending was a little cheesy because, you know, I don't like roll-up finishes. I can't stand them. Kenny Omega was cooking with the V-triggers, and then just Konosuke Takeshita just snuck in, rolled him up for the 1-2-3. And Takeshita and Bullet Club Gold pick up the victory. Kota Ibushi, I felt he looked a lot better in this match than the Blood and Guts match, to be honest with you. I felt like he did a lot more in this match. So at least that was good to see. So, but yeah, really enjoyed this match. Not a fan of the finish. Kind of a cheesy roll-up finish. Didn't like that. But overall, good match. I enjoyed it. Okay. Let's keep it going with our next matchup. One second. Here we go. Okay, we switch gears to the AEW World Tag Team Championship match as the champs. FTR, of course, Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood, defending the titles against Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks. One second. Both teams are 1-1. So this was the rubber match. Titles on the line. And I have to say, this match definitely did not disappoint. A lot of good spots, a lot of close calls, near falls. Both teams using each other's finishers, which I thought, was pretty cool. And, a lot of history behind both these tag teams. So it definitely all came out in this match. Kudos on Cash Wheeler performing a springboard 450. I've never seen him do that before. And even though he missed it, it was cool that he even did it in the first place. So, thought that was really cool. But yeah, this match was back and forth, and it really could have gone either way. Really went down to the wire, as expected. Young Bucks came close, but FTR win the rubber match as they take out Nick Jackson and pin him after hitting a shatter machine. Covered for the 1-2-3, and FTR are still your AEW World Tag Team Champions. Now, afterwards, they offered to shake the hands of the Young Bucks, and the Young Bucks refused the handshake. So, I don't know if that's going to transition into a eventual heel turn or not. I don't know. But, something to keep an eye out for. They turned down the handshake. So, it's pretty interesting. But, FTR won the rubber match and are still your AEW World Tag Team Champions. Great match. Didn't really have any complaints at all. Great match. Okay. Let's see. Now let's move on to the next match. Okay, focus on the bottom there. We now moved on to the Stadium Stampede match. As we had 5-on-5 Stadium Stampede. One team, we had the Blackpool Combat Club of John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, Claudio Castagnoli, and also had Proud and Powerful, which is Santana and Ortiz, and they were taking on the team of Best Friends of Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, and Eddie Kingston and Penta El Cero Miedo. Now, of course, this match took place all over the entire arena. And I know it was kind of different from what we're used to seeing with the Stadium Stampede matches, because, previously they've been like on a football field, especially kind of like how the first one was, which was a lot of fun. But, there's still tons of space in Wembley Stadium, plenty to do. And they definitely used the stadium to their advantage. And saw all sorts of crazy stuff. I mean, trash can lids, forks, skewers, a screwdriver, barbed wire boards, barbed wire bat, even like cookie sheets. We even saw the Sue family van used in the picture. I thought that was pretty funny how Sue came out. But yeah. And then, of course, they fought all around the stadium, even in the concession area and such of the stadium. And even in the middle of the match, Penta El Cero Miedo became Penta Obscuro. Had a whole gear change and everything like that. We even saw Orange Cassidy use an orange punch with his hand wrapped in tape and covered in broken glass. You know, kind of like kickboxer Kumite style in Thailand. You know, you remember the Kickboxer movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and, you know, he fought Tong Po in the final fight. You know, they dipped their hands wrapped in hand wrap and rosin, and then, you know, you stick broken glass on it, you know, kind of the ancient ways that they fight in Thailand. So yeah, that's what it made me think about instantly when I saw that spot. But we even saw some Legos being used as well. I mean, all sorts of stuff. But it was good to see Proud and Powerful back in the mix. This was pretty much their first match since returning together. So this was really good. I would have liked to see a little bit more back and forth between Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley. I don't think there was really enough of that. I mean, it was more so Eddie Kingston and Claudio Castagnoli, with, you know, for obvious reasons. But it would have been nice to see a little bit more of an exchange between Mox and Eddie Kingston. But we did get to see a decent bit of that at the end. So at least that was cool. But overall, it was a very entertaining match, as expected. And, you know, I felt like the crowd was very much into it. There was chaos everywhere, all over the arena. I think that match did exactly what it was supposed to. But sure enough, Orange Cassidy ended up getting the pin for his team, pinning Claudio Castagnoli after hitting him with an orange punch with, you know, his fist wrapped in that glass. So, congratulations to best friends Penta and Eddie Kingston. Now, I know Eddie Kingston kind of speared Jon Moxley through the barbed wire board, you know, kind of took him out. And, you know, everybody was pretty much bloodied up. I don't think Claudio and Wheeler Yuta or Santana or Ortiz were bloodied up, but pretty much the winning team, they were all bloodied up for the most part. So that was really no surprise. But yeah, I thought it was pretty neat to see best friends Eddie Kingston and Penta actually pick up the victory. You know, I dig it. It was a pretty good finish. But yeah, that was a very enjoyable Stadium Stampede match. So, good stuff. And welcome back, Santana and Ortiz. Okay, next up, it's about to get ugly, y'all. It's about to get really freaking ugly. So, prepare yourselves. You've been warned. Alright, focus at the top. Next up, we had the AEW Women's Championship match, contested in a Fatal 4-Way. We had the champion, Hikaru Shida, defending against Saraya, Toni Storm, and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. This match pretty much, right at the opening, pretty much told how this match was going to go. Saraya comes out to, of course, We Will Rock You, and comes out with her family. So right then and there, you already know she's going to win. Especially being that she's in her home country of England. Right then and there was all that was needed to be seen to be the dead giveaway that she was going to win this match. Match wasn't too long. I think maybe it was just under 9 minutes or so. But we saw a little scuffle between Toni Storm and Saraya, especially after Toni Storm accidentally hit Saraya's mother in the front row. But then Ruby Soho tried to come out and kind of, patch things, but that didn't really work out. So it looks like maybe the Outcasts are coming to an end, perhaps. But either way, I really wasn't feeling this match for obvious reasons. But sure enough, Saraya gets the victory after hitting Toni Storm with a rampage. I don't know what they call it now in AEW. It used to be the Rampage in WWE, but she hit her with a rampage, covered her for the 1-2-3, and Saraya is your new AEW Women's World Champion, ending the 25-day reign of Hikaru Shida. So many fans hyping up and getting so high over the idea of Shida winning the title again in front of a crowd, making it seem like the first title victory didn't mean anything because it was during a pandemic, which is bullcrap. But all that build-up and all that hype for Shida to win the title in front of a crowd on the 200th episode of Dynamite, only to turn around 25 days later and drop the title to Saraya at Wembley Stadium at All In. And folks wonder why others complain about how the women's division in AEW are booked. All that buildup for Shida to win the title in front of a crowd, because that was, the big thing that was spotlighted. And then you turn around and you have her lose the title 25 days later. Not even a month later. Not even a month later. I don't get it. I don't get it. I royally don't get it. And that makes 3 title changes. But I don't get it. I don't get it. You had Hikaru Shida back on the throne. Somebody that, brings a lot of credibility to the women's division. I mean, it's already bad enough y'all couldn't even have Athena or Emi Sakura or Riho at Wembley. But when it all comes down to it, this was all to put the title on Saraya. Her being in her home country, family in view. Like I said, as soon as they did her entrance, with all of that, that's when I saw all I needed to see, that they were going to put the title on her. It was a dead giveaway. It was a dead giveaway. It's lame, and it's, you know, not that I have anything against Saraya, but at the expense of Shida, bad form. Bad form. But we'll see what happens with the Outcasts, with how things went down. But yeah, I was not a fan of that match, nor the outcome. So just keeping it real. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Next up, we had the Coffin match. It's a Coffin tag team match. You had Darby Allin and Sting versus Swerve Strickland and Christian Cage. Pardon me. I still don't get why Christian Cage is still coming out wearing the TNT Championship when Luchasaurus is the TNT Champion, but I don't know. It's just weird. Match was alright. I mean, it went kind of how I thought it would go. Swerve had the special entrance, you know, with the guy that that raps his theme song. There was that. Sting had a callback to his old theme music. Thought that was really cool. You know, we got to see Joker Sting, the Joker Sting face paint and all that. Thought that was really cool. But overall, this match was alright. But I tell you, man, it was a lot of crazy spots. And that Coffin got jacked up. I mean, it had a whole bunch of dents and bumps on it. It was crazy. And one of these days, I got a bad feeling Darby Allin's going to do so much to his body, he's going to end up being paralyzed. Like, it's crazy. I mean, doing the coffin drop, a missed coffin drop, landing right dead on top of the coffin. Ugh. Oh, that's crazy. Saw some interference, of course. Luchasaurus tried to get involved. Nick Wayne tried to get involved as well. So, it is what it is. Like I said, I can't say that I was, you know, crazy in love with this match, but I wouldn't say this match was trash or anything like that. I just felt like it went the way that I figured it was going to go. So, but, Swerve is the one that takes the dive, and he gets put into the coffin, closed shut, and Darby Allin and Sting are your winners. And like I said, I believe that Sting is still undefeated at AEW pay-per-views. So, I guess they're going to continue that. Also, kudos on the leg drop, or kind of the senton splash on Swerve through the table. You know, that was quite a spot there from Sting. But Sting, hopefully at some point he tones it down a little bit. Sting is in his 60s, so don't want to get too crazy with those spots. You know what I mean? So, but pretty decent match. Alrighty. Let's keep it going. Alright. We now move on to our special singles match. Right there in the middle, we had Chris Jericho versus the Billy Goat, the Aerial Assassin, Will Ospreay. Of course, Fozzy was there, part of Jericho's entrance. Of course, he sung his theme song, Judas, on the way to the ring. So thought that was pretty cool. Sammy Guevara accompanied him. Will Ospreay came out to elevate it, and I love the colors that he was rocking with the white, with the England colors on his gear. Of course, Don Callis was with him, but of course, for the most part, he had the fans on his side because I mean, Will Ospreay, he's home. You know, his home is England. So, overall, this was a good match. I really felt like Jericho looked good in this match with Will Ospreay. I know Ospreay is, you know, much more agile, much younger than Chris Jericho, but I felt like Jericho did good in this match. I really did. I felt like he did good in this match. I was actually pretty pleased. Went back and forth for the most part, but Will Ospreay would not be denied, and even with Sammy Guevara trying to help, hitting Will Ospreay with the baseball bat while he was in the walls of Jericho, which I'm kind of surprised that didn't work, but guess it is what it is. But yeah, was back and forth, really good match, but Will Ospreay was able to put away Chris Jericho. It took a hidden blade and a second Stormbreaker to put away Chris Jericho. For a second, I thought he was going to bust out the Storm Driver 93, I believe. But just was able to get him with a second Stormbreaker. And of course, earlier, Will Ospreay was able to kick out of a Judas effect. But, yeah, Will Ospreay picked up the victory. Afterwards, Sammy Guevara tried to help Jericho up. He kind of turned him away and was just like, keep away from me, don't come near me. So, yeah, if I remember correctly, I think that's 2 or 3 straight pay-per-views that Jericho has lost. Or it may just be 2 or 3 straight matches that he's lost. Something like that, but yeah, Jericho's been kind of on a losing streak, if I remember correctly. So, I don't know, y'all. It's already bad enough that, Jericho Appreciation Society is pretty much dead. And Sammy Guevara, his only friend left, he kind of, pushed him away after that match. So, I'm really not so sure what's going to happen with Chris Jericho. I mean, got kicked to the curb, got swerved by Don Callis. So, I don't know what's going to happen with Jericho, to be honest with you. But, guess we shall see. We shall see. Alrighty. Let's move on to our next match. It's another title match. Alright, we had the AEW World Trios Championships on the line. As the champions, House of Black, of course, that's Brody King, Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, accompanied by Julia Hart, as usual. Defending against the Acclaimed, Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, Billy Gunn. And this was also contested under house rules, and the stipulation that the Acclaimed picked out was no holds barred. Also, shout out to House of Black with doing their entrance. They came out in all white, and they brought out a lantern in tribute to Bray Wyatt. So I thought that was really cool. They had, everybody in the crowd with their light zone, kind of like the Fireflies. So that was really cool that they did that special entrance, and great tribute to Bray Wyatt, to the late Bray Wyatt. May he rest in peace. So I thought that was really cool. The match overall was good. Definitely both teams looked really strong. And it was back and forth. It was definitely really back and forth. Billy Gunn, he looked good. He looked good in this match. I wasn't really a fan of the finish. Really wasn't a fan of the finish, but it sucks that it had to end like this, but yeah. The Acclaim got the last laugh after, Famouser, a mic drop onto Buddy Matthews. He's the one that ate the pin. But the Acclaim are your new AEW World Trios champions. Really, really wish House of Black would have retained. But you know what? House of Black had a great run. I mean, 175-day reign and 8 successful defenses. I'd say they had a good run. And I think it's safe to say one of the best trios, if not the best trio, in AEW. So you know what? Congratulations to the Acclaimed. It just was really weird. It seemed like Billy Gunn was going to retire, and then just came back one more match, and then they win the trios titles. So I mean, I don't know, but I guess it was storyline. So I don't know. Just wasn't a fan of the outcome, but congratulations to the Acclaim. I mean, I like the Acclaim, but I really, really like House of Black more. But like I said, they had a good run. 8 successful defenses, 175-day title reign. Not bad at all, y'all. Not bad. Not bad at all. So I can't be too mad. I can't be too mad. But okay. And now the main event. Of course, at the top, the AEW World Championship. As the champion, MJF defends against Adam Cole. Oh, man. This match, I mean, for the most part, this match was entertaining, but oh my God, it was super overbooked. It was insanely overbooked. I mean, Roderick Strong getting involved, them hitting each other with a double clothesline and eating a double pin to the point where they had to restart the match. Both eventually turning to shenanigans to get the edge over the other. All of that, thinking about attacking the other in a dirty way and then holding back, not going through with it. Just all the drama, everything built up in this match. All for it to end on a freaking small package. That's why I hate stuff like this. I hate overbooked stuff like this. All of that in this match, only for it to end in a freaking small package. And of course, Adam Cole and MJF hug it out at the end anyways. I thought Adam Cole was going to deck Roderick Strong with the title. Even though he chased, he told Roderick Strong to go away, to leave, and it looked like he was going to leave. And then when he had another chance to hit MJF with the title, he came back to ringside and just, it was super overbooked. I mean, I get they're trying to, hype up the whole story about MJF and Adam Cole having a friendship, but this match was just super overbooked. I mean, when they finally, started wrestling and just going back and forth, it was going good. It was going really good for the both of them. But just all of that, all of the back and forth, all of the finishers, and just all for this to end on a freaking small package. Come on now. That just, I don't know. I just felt like that took kind of a decent sized dump on the main event just with that finish. You know, just keeping it real, but that was a trash finish. Really, really trash finish, but yeah. But overall, you know, I'm glad there was a lot of people in attendance for this show. I mean, this was a big show, and I felt like they did all right. Just a lot of the booking decisions just felt really questionable. I mean, just really, really questionable. Not to mention, we had 5 title changes. 5 title changes. Just, it's crazy. But 5 title changes. Ugh. But AEW All In 2023 in the books. And like I said, they've already announced that they will be doing one next year, August 25th. Same location, Wembley Stadium in London, England. Also, it was announced that AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling will be doing, I believe it's Wrestle Dream, a Wrestle Dream show on October 1st, which I believe will be in Seattle, which is supposed to be a tribute to Antonio Inoue. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that they're going to do that. And don't forget also that we got AEW All Out next Sunday, which will be in Chicago, which I believe will be at the United Center, if I remember correctly. So All Out right around the corner, 7 days away. So got that to look forward to. But anyway, that will do it for this review of All In. Don't forget to check out the link to Game Beauty. And let me know what y'all thought of this pay-per-view. I mean, did y'all like it? Did you like the card? Did you like the outcome? What did you think about the 5 title changes? Let me know what y'all's honest thoughts are. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed week coming up, and I will see y'all in the next video. Take care. Peace out.